Okay, boys and girls, today for reading workshop, we are going to take what we learned yesterday and use that for our story this week. So remember yesterday we talked all about informational text, and informational text gives us information. It can give us answers to questions, describe things, explain things. I love informational text because I always think that an informational text helps me get smarter. It gives me information about things that I may not have already known. So today, and remember, we learn from what the words say in an informational text, but then we can also learn from the pictures in an informational text. So we have to learn how to find those details in the pictures, okay? So today I'm going to read this story, and what I'm going to do is, as we read the story, I will be adding the information that we learned to our chart, okay? Alrighty, so here we go. The story is called Every Season, and it's written by Shelley Rotner and Anne Woodhull, and photographs are also by Shelley Rotner. And if I look at that picture already, I can see there's 4 pictures. There's a kid in each of the pictures. The first little boy is climbing a tree. Then we have a little girl who's playing in the leaves, and a little girl eating watermelon, and then another little boy playing in the snow. So already I'm thinking, my thinking voice is saying, I bet this is going to be about the 4 seasons. I love spring, when grass grows green. And then you can see right there by the picture, it says spring, season when temperatures warm and plants begin growing. Speckled eggs fill woven nests, showers soak, seeds sprout, and flowers bloom. So let's think about those words for a second. It said that it tells us the information that in spring, the grass grows, plants grow, flowers bloom. We learned that from the words. On the next page it says, crocuses pop, daffodils open, then lilacs spread their sweet smell. Salamanders slither out from under mossy rocks. Ducklings follow, all in a row. We hold rabbits, lambs, puppies, and chicks. Spring is the time to dig and plant, but then summer comes. And before we continue on, let's keep adding to our chart. So for those words, we learned that baby animals hatch and they're born in the spring, aren't they? So I'm going to put that, we learned that from the words. I did have some thoughts because from the words, I said that I love to watch my flowers bloom in the spring, okay? I like to plant my flowers and then late spring they start blooming, and I really love to watch that. From those pictures, we saw that we saw a lot of green grass, right? Speckled eggs. My thinking voice was saying, ooh, I wonder what kind of animal is in those eggs on that first picture. Did anybody else think that? What kind of animal do you think is in there? Alrighty, let's get back to the story. I love summer too. The sun shines strong and hot. You can wear a straw hat or go barefoot in the grass. Summer, the hot season. Bees sip, frogs hop, butterflies flutter and land. We taste strawberries, lemonade, watermelon, ice cream. Oh my goodness, so we got a lot out of those words, didn't we? We learned that the sun shines hot, okay? If we looked at the pictures, we can see that that little girl is on the beach with the sand and the water, and we see kids eating the watermelon. And my thinking voice is saying, I love watermelon. Do you guys love watermelon? Oh, watermelon. I love watermelon. Let's turn to the next page. Shorebirds scurry and peck. I hear the roar of ocean waves. Summer is the time to splash and swim, but then autumn comes. And so real quick, I'm going to put this this card up here. Summer is the time to swim. How many of you love to go swimming in the summer? I know I do, and that's what my thinking voice said. I love to go to the pool and to the beach. Okay, moving on. I love autumn too. Autumn, the cooler season when harvest takes place. Wind whips, seeds scatter. We pull up our hoods and zip up our jackets. Leaves turn and fall. Orange, maple, red, oak, yellow, ash. We pick pumpkins, taste apples, pears, and pies. So before going on, I learned from the words that in autumn, the weather starts to get cool, doesn't it? The leaves, they change colors. The pumpkins and the apples are ready to be picked, aren't they? We learned that from the words. My thinking voice said, oh my goodness, I love to go to the pumpkin patch. That's what I thought of when I was reading that page, because I love to pick apples and pumpkins. When we looked at those pictures, we saw that the leaves were all different colors, and they were starting to fall off the trees. Then we have the pumpkins we saw. We saw the girl, she was wearing a jacket, and my thinking voice said, I wonder why she has a jacket on. And then I remembered that the story said, because it's starting to get cooler. So then my thinking voice said, I bet that's why she's wearing a jacket. Let's move on. It says, geese honk and head south. Chipmunks store acorns in a secret spot. Autumn is the time to rake and jump, but then winter comes, and I love winter too. It says winter, the cold season. The cold brings icicles and snowflakes that swirl. So before going on, let's add to our chart. We learned that winter is the cold season, isn't it? We learned that from the words. Let's turn the page and see what else we can learn. We make snow angels, then sip hot chocolate. Horses grow their thick coats to keep warm. Chickadees search for seeds. Snow blankets, branches, and buds. Animals leave their tracks. Oh my goodness, look how they wrote the word tracks. So I put on here, animals leave their tracks, but then my thinking voice is saying, I wonder what that means. What do you guys think animal tracks mean? Yeah, they're footprints in the snow. And if you look at that picture, you can see that we have snow animal tracks, okay? We can see the girl is making a snow angel and she's dressed really warm. Let's turn the page. It says, we wear hats, mittens, scarves, and skates. Winter is the time to coast and slide. But then spring comes, and I love spring. So, oh my goodness, we learned a lot from this text. And all I want you to do in your Seesaw assignment is I just want you to take a second to think about this story. I'm going to read it to you again in Seesaw, but then after you listen to me read it again, I just want you to use the microphone tool, and I want you to tell me everything you were thinking about as you were listening to this story. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.